Hello. So I wanted to walk you through the work that you're going to do today. You must follow the directions. You must read every step. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to do, here's your entrance activity. You're going to complete a pre-assessment. And remember, this is just to see what you know about these words. If you don't know them, you don't know them, okay? But this is a way for you to see, okay, this is what I know, and this is what I don't know. So if you don't do well on the quiz, it's okay. Um, the quiz is really a participation, but you still need to do the best that you can. So it's in locked mode, and you'll start your quiz, and you'll do this work. Don't back out of it. Just do it one time. Like I said, this is for you to see what you know and what you don't know. Okay. Then you're going to get your ELA notebook open and go to a new section and label it vocabulary. So here is my ELA notebook. I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to, here's my very first page. Okay, this notebook belongs to. And then on my page 2 in my table of contents, I'm going to call this vocabulary. And remember, I can come up here and click this magnifying glass down arrow and click on 100% and make this bigger. Okay, so there I've got my vocabulary written in my tab 2. Okay, now I am going to go down here and I'm going to find my next section. Okay. And there it is. And I am going to label it vocabulary. Okay. So I'm just going to type that right in there. Now, let's go back to our slideshow. Okay. And we're going to look and see what it says. It tells me that I need to click this link and make a copy of the notebook pages and paste them into your ELA notebook. Notice in big blue letters it says, make sure you follow all the directions. So I'm going to click on this link. I'm going to go to the link that it's asking me to go to. And there are 2 pages there. Now, one of the things that I noticed today while I was watching students copy and paste is that you tried to go in on this work side and copy the words only. I don't want you doing that. I want you over here on the left side. I want you to highlight. See how there's orange around this box? I want you to highlight that. Then I want you to press on your control key and hold it down. And then you're going to click on that second page on your mouse pad. And there I have 2 pages highlighted. Now I'm going to 2-finger tap my mouse. And there I get my menu up and I'm going to click copy. Okay. Then I'm going to take my ELA notebook and I'm going to go to my new vocabulary section. Okay. That should come up as my new vocabulary section. And then I'm going to take my cursor and I'm going to put it right underneath of that very first page that says vocabulary. And I'm going to just make that orange bar appear. I'm not going to click on a whole page. I'm just going to put that orange bar there. Then I'm going to 2-finger tap my mouse. And I'm going to paste that sheet, those 2 pages that I copied. And I'm going to click Do Not Link. And there I have my 2 pages that I need to complete this work. Remember, I can go up here where the magnifying glass is and click on 100% to make this larger so that I can see. Now notice it says here, context clues are hints found within a sentence, paragraph, or passage that a reader can use to understand the meanings of new or unfamiliar words. All of these sentences have been taken by this Vote by Mail vocabulary, and I've clicked the article here so that you can go back to it if you need to look for more clues. So you're going to use context clues. You can also use dictionary.com to look up the words, but let me warn you, if you go to dictionary.com, you need to read through all the definitions and choose the one that's most correct for this sentence. So here's the bold word, fraud. You are going to determine what that means, what's the definition, and then you're going to use it in an original sentence that you come up with. So here is an example using a different word from the text. Here is your example. We're going to go down here to the example. So here is the sentence. It says, even so, experts say that the mail voting system is more vulnerable to fraud than voting in person. So vulnerable is the bold word. That is the vocabulary word. So I needed to look that up. And I went to dictionary.com. And I looked up that word, vulnerable. Okay. And when vulnerable comes up, there are several meanings. So it's an adjective, so it's a describing word, and it says capable of or susceptible to being wounded or hurt as by a weapon. I'm going to look at my sentence. It doesn't mean vulnerable like hurt by a weapon. It's vulnerable to fraud. So I'm going to look at the next definition. It says open to moral attack, criticism, or temptation. And the sentence is there, an argument vulnerable to refutation, like to be refuted, or he is vulnerable to bribery. He might fall prey to bribery. So if I look at my example, the mail voting system is more vulnerable to fraud than voting in person. So open to moral attack, criticism, or temptation. Vulnerable to fraud. Okay. So I needed to find out what that definition was. It wasn't the first definition, it was the second one. Then I'm going to use that word in an original sentence. Students who do not follow directions are more vulnerable to failing than students who do. So that is my original sentence, and I had to use the word vulnerable in that sentence. So you're going to do that for 5 words, okay? When you're done, you're going to take a screenshot of your completed work, both pages. So I'm going to hit Control, and I'm going to hit that key at the top with the box and the 2 parallel bars by it, and there is my screenshot. And I can copy that to my clipboard so that I can paste that for my work. Then it says to submit into Google Drive. So in Google Drive, hold on. So in Google Drive, I am going to go to my assignment. Okay. Now I'm going to show you in my remote learning, because I'm a student in this one. So here I'm going to go to my work. Oh, it's a question. Hold on. Let me go to my other. Let me go here. Okay, I'm going to go to classwork. I'm going to look here at this. Okay, and I'm going to view my assignment. Now, guys, ready? This is different than yours. This is for me. But I'm going to go to add or create. That's where you're going to put your document. You go to the Google Drive. You're going to find your most recent document, which should be your screenshot. There's my screenshot. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to click Insert. There's my screenshot. And then I'm going to click Turn In when I'm done. Okay, I'll click Turn In. And then it'll say 2 attachments, and it'll say Turn In. Okay, and then I'll click that Turn In. Okay, I'm not going to do that on this because this wasn't part of that assignment, but that's okay. So those are the directions. They're all spelled out in every single one of these slides, and you can definitely read that and follow the directions. If you have questions, you need to call me. Have a great day.